In this video, we are going to take a look at how you can review your grades and your scores and feedback and all of that good stuff in Blackboard. A lot of students know that you can click My Grades and at least see your score on everything. But I give you feedback. If you miss points, you will know why, but a lot of students don't know how to check that feedback. So we're going to look at two different things. The first one are tests. Now, a test in Blackboard is anything that asks multiple choice or short answer questions. So you might be doing a quiz. In Blackboard, they still call them tests, and you review them the same way. So I'm going to go down to one called QQ2 for Quick Quiz 2, and I can see I got a 2.25 out of 5. Great, but this was a multiple choice quiz. I want to know what exactly did I miss. Now, if you highlight over QQ2, it's in blue, it's actually a hyperlink. And Blackboard is tricky this way because your mouse doesn't change. Other than the fact that it's blue, you have no reason to think it's a link, but it is. So, for any kind of test in Blackboard, click on this blue link, the title, and it opens up a new page. This is showing you that you got a 2.25. Click on this link, and you do see that it does change the hand. When I click on that, it's going to actually open up my test. It's going to tell me what the question was. It's going to tell me what I answered, and it's going to tell me the correct answer. And so anything you do on Blackboard that's in this test-like format, you're going to be able to look at feedback like this. Now, it might not be automatically available. For example, the tests are open for a couple days. If you take the test on Friday morning and it doesn't close until Sunday morning, I'm not going to reveal all of the answers to you because there's still people taking that test. So more than likely, you may not see those answers until after a due date. And once the due date passes, then that score will be revealed to you. Or you might see your score, but you might not be able to see what you missed until that due date. So if you don't see that feedback, if you can't click on that number, that's why. If the due date has passed and you still can't click on it, please email me and let me know. I may have set something up wrong in Blackboard. So again, just as a quick recap of how to do that. Anything where you are answering any kind of multiple choice or short answer questions, you want to click on the name. Then you want to click on the score, and that'll open up the test itself. The other type of thing that you're submitting might be actual Word documents or PowerPoint documents or something along those lines. Now, if I go down, I did an example here, my environmental controversy paper. So I got a 58 out of 60. There's a little speech bubble here, and there's a couple of notes, but it doesn't tell me what I missed points on. Those little notes are little things that I did right, but trust me, I gave you a lot more feedback. The way to view that feedback, well, there's actually a couple ways. One, you can click on View Rubric. These are going to be rubrics that you see in the instructions, and I just uploaded them into Blackboard. If I look, okay, formatting was between 0 and 16 points, and I only got 14 points. And I said the format needs something, and that's what you missed 2 points on. Then in the content, I got a 44 out of 44, and here's a little bit more feedback. I told you you did a great overview. So that was even more detailed feedback. For papers, what you could also click is just like those quizzes and tests, you can click on this blue title, and what that's going to open for you is your paper. I'm actually going to close this left-hand toolbar to make it a little bit bigger. And in this paper, you can actually see here's that comment. You can click on this little icon, this little table here. That's going to open up that rubric, the same exact thing we saw on the previous slide. And then, although I don't have it marked up in this paper, in the paper itself, you might see little blue text boxes, or you might see actual handwriting of mine. On my screen, I can actually go back and manipulate your paper itself. So if you're turning in a rough draft, I might circle misspelled words. I might add text boxes that say this sentence is weird. So just click on the title of the link. That'll probably give you the most information. And that's really for anything in the Grade Center. So again, just to show you all of that one more time, under My Grades, if you've submitted a paper or some sort of file, just for ease, yes, you can look at small parts, but just take a look at the entire assignment. Click on that title. It is blue, meaning you can click it. So I'll click it, and then from this, you can see your submission. You might see comments in the submission itself, so be sure to scroll through all the pages. Then you can open up the rubric and then see the feedback in the rubric. And potentially there might be even feedback down here in the feedback to learner spot. And for every assignment, there will be this. I don't ever give assignment and say you got a 9 out of 10 and then not tell you why. So definitely be sure to look for that, especially if it's rough drafts or something, so that you know how you're missing points and how you can get those points again. So everything can be found in My Grades, and if for some reason you can't find the feedback, you can also ask me too, but I really try to make sure you get feedback for everything.